What's up, folks? NYKia31 here, bringing you the stretch run of the OS Vets online franchise, the final season. Jets and the Raiders. The autumn wind is a Raider. Hard to play these games. I'm having, such a fun time playing NCAA 13. And of course the Madden demo is out, and Madden 13 is right around the corner also, so it's really hard to maintain my focus and get these games in. And I've got the second best record in the league. I have a legitimate chance to get to the Super Bowl. But, that just tells you how much of an improvement NCAA 13 is to this, as well as Madden 13, when it's tough to go backwards. And yes, NCAA 13 has flaws. What a shock. As a matter of fact, one of my subscribers mentioned a flaw that I wasn't even aware of. I didn't even notice. And I'll touch into that when I do my next NCAA 13 video. But anyhow, I'm going to shift gears a little bit in this vid and give a little shout out and a show of respect to the Sim Standard channel and the efforts that they have made with the work that they've done, the communication and interaction that they've had with the people at EA, and the results of those efforts. Now, I'm not someone who has always seen, eye to eye with the Sim Standard on things. As a matter of fact, I probably, since the standards, well, not since the standards, since the channel's inceptions, have probably disagreed with them more than I have agreed. But I don't always disagree with the work that they've done. I give credit where credit is due, and they bring up points that I agree with. But you have to give credit to their work and respect their approach over the long haul and what it has accomplished. And make no mistake, they contributed to the game improving to the point that it has between 12 and 13, and that has to be respected. And it's pretty clear which approach works. Their approach worked. The thing about life is that life is not static. People aren't static. Society isn't static. YouTube channels aren't static. Knocked out of bounds at the 50. And if you are someone who remains static in life and you don't recognize and adapt to change, you will find yourself becoming irrelevant. And even though at times I found their videos to be somewhat on the nitpicky and weird side, like for example, True Sim Gamer's last video I thought was a little bit odd. Even though I felt that to be the case at times, they had the honesty and the integrity to recognize that the landscape over at EA was changing, check their skepticism at the door, and be honest with themselves and also with the people that subscribe to them.
Jackson gets it on the inside. They can't bring him down, and he's in.
You know, we still have these whining, grumpy men
Looks like a gain of 9 on the
and these trollish children or children in men's bodies who
checks down to the short pass.
refuse to do that. You have people still putting up Madden 12 and NCAA 12 videos talking about things that they want EA to fix, when if those fools would give NCAA 13 an honest look, will find that they have fixed. Or my personal favorite is the same people praising Backbreaker for their physics effects are now making videos saying or calling the physics effects that are in the game that are no different than the ones from Backbreaker, from what I've seen, is trash. That's what I mean. And these people are just making clowns out of themselves and becoming irrelevant. So you have to respect people who are able to adapt, evolve, and change with the times, while at the same time keeping their integrity in check. They've gotten things in the game that they've wanted. They've gotten things into the game that I've wanted. They've gotten things into the game that the whiners, trolls, and gripers have wanted or want. And we all value different things. For example, SimF Ball Critic. He's big into authentic player movement. Me, I'm into things being schematically correct. That's just one example.
He's looking down the middle. Throws.
But regardless of what you value, you can find it, or you can find it improved in these games. I mean, this idea and constant browbeat that it's still the same game is just absurd. The game has improved every year since the Madden 09, NCAA 09 debacles, which I considered the worst in the next-gen series. And if you're someone who insists in not acknowledging that, you're simply not being an honest individual. Plain and simple. So, well done, Sim Standard. Well done.
I'm going to break this one for the big one.
They go with the pitch to the right.
And like I said, it's hard for me to keep focus on my Madden 12 games. And that's how much of an improvement and how much I've been immersed in NCAA. My records is
Passes short right side.
is what? It's like either it's 11-2 heading into this game, and I'm tied for the #1 seed. And like I said, I don't really care that much. You know, I just want Madden 13 to get here, but I gotta remain focused when I do play these games and get it done. Get the Jets to the Super Bowl. I'd be very, very happy with that. I got a legitimate shot to get it done. Just gotta keep my focus and continue to do what has gotten my squad to this point, as Steven Jackson decides to make things interesting by putting the ball on the ground. So, that is that. That's all I really have to yak about. I have some NCAA vids coming up. NCAA online ranked is just a mess. You know what the problem is? you get to a point where you are a fairly high-ranked, high-level player, and all you run into is just Glitch Fest 2013. It's just, horrible. I would say this online NCAA 13 community is the worst I have ever seen. Thank God for Online Dynasty. But that's a video for another day or later on today. You'll just have to wait and see now, won't you? So, anyhow, I will talk to you fine folks later. Let you guys enjoy the winding down of this game. Hope you guys enjoy it and take care. Peace.
Has a man to his right. He's good coverage downfield. Steps up in the pocket to get away from a defender. Avoids the hit with a slide.
It's not often you see a guy that slow pick up that many yards in the NFL. You had time to go out and get some popcorn and come back and watch the end of that run.
Has a man out to his right. He's tackled around the 10-yard line by number 26. Has a man open in the middle. Stop. They'll give it off here. That's a touchdown. And they'll try to tack on 2 points here. Passes out to his right. It is an incomplete pass.
You know how hard it is to try and run the ball in on short yardage situations. You got to put the ball in the quarterback's hands. They just didn't get it done.
We have our first penalty of the game. They go with the kneel down.